welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Casey. Today I'm going to be doing a video in my car. I am in the parking lot for a pharmacy that I'm currently training in, so I have to make time with where I'm at. Today's video I wanted to talk about, since I'm changing careers and I'm no longer in the ABA field, I wanted to get on here to talk to you guys about being a RBT, which is a registered behavior technician. And what an RBT does is they implement behavior plans that the BCBA writes up, which is a board certified behavior analyst, and we implement that behavior plan into the program that is ran for each particular child. Each one is different, each one is working on something different. And also data collecting on Central Reach, which is a healthcare platform that we implement all the data into during our session that we have. So being in the ABA field, there are many different companies to look into when looking into working as an RBT or building up to be a BCBA, CAA, OM, or CD. Whatever it is, you have to get your foot in the door and learning all about ABA and what it's about. First, if you are wanting to get into the ABA field, research the place that you want to be in. Also research what it is to be an RBT, because it is very demanding. It's not an easy job at all. You will have many times where you will be having to de-escalate behaviors, and if they get too escalated and you've tried what it says in the behavior plan to de-escalate and none of those things are working, then you have to go and call your BCBA to de-escalate. So it is quite a lot that you have to deal with. Some of those behaviors could be flopping, screaming, biting, kicking, hitting, spitting, scratching. There's many different things that our children who are nonverbal, as well as being verbal, have, that which is why they are in ABA, to get some of those behaviors faded out. Also, being an RBT, you have to pass an RBT exam. You will have training for the first a week or a week and a half of training. Mine was 2 weeks of training that was paid to learn all about ABA. After that, you will be placed into the center that you applied for, where you will see all the things that you learned in training, in person, and in action. There's a lot of things that you will see, a lot of terminology, and a lot of things that you'll see in the ABA field when you're in training that don't make sense at first, but once you get on the floor and you see how everything is going, then it makes more sense in person. It is a really rewarding job when you see your kiddos coming in. They may have every behavior under the sun. They may have a lot of things that they are struggling with, and then a couple months down the road you start seeing them progressing, especially when they come in nonverbal, and then after a couple of months you start seeing them echoing sounds, mimicking sounds, starting to begin saying words, and it's very rewarding when you see each kiddo progressing. And another thing, you will be under one BCBA. You might have like 6 to 8 people on your team, depending on if it's a new center or whatever and they're still trying to get more teammates. But it's usually, I think it's typically like 8 people under one BCBA. So you will be under them. You will be supervised every month, at least 5%. The minimum is 5%. Sometimes it goes over. It just depends on what the BCBA is needing to work on. When I was first supervised with my BCBA, I was a little intimidated, but they're not just sitting there staring at you. They might tell you to run a program to see how you do it, or usually they are on their laptop filling out progress reports and all kinds of different things that they are needing to accomplish on their end while they are supervising. So they're not just sitting there the entire session just staring at you. Another thing about sessions, you will have probably 4 to 5, maybe 6 is pushing it. They try to keep it between 4 to 5 kids each day, and that's not all at once. They are individualized. You might have them for an hour to 2 hours to 2.5. They try not to do 3 hours, just depending on what coverage they may need. There are also center schedules that you follow and have the kiddos following, so they can be interacting with the other children and being able to implement different programs within different locations, whether it's a group setting, in the classroom setting, whatever it is. It's all individualized for each kiddo to make sure it fits them accurately and helps them progress in the areas that they need to progress in. But that's pretty much all about being an RBT. It is a lot, it is very demanding, and you are on your toes constantly. You may be running because a lot of the kids will take off. I do recommend it, especially if you have a child that has ASD. It is good to understand what autism is and learn some of these things that you can implement in your home. I did these things for my son. I took up being an RBT for my son because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know how to help him and also see how ABA works, because I always had fears of ABA. You hear horror stories and all kinds of stuff. But the centers that I worked in, the people were so loving and caring towards the children. You could see how much they enjoyed the job. That's pretty much all that there is to know about being an RBT. If this video was helpful for you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you guys do want to see day in the life videos, I can do those. Just let me know if you want to see that in the comments. I need to go into this pharmacy and do my school hours so I can start working in the pharmacy myself. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.